Hi, Kirsten from I Know What's Up. You know, sometimes you have these amazing moments, these amazing conversations with people, and you learn something. It's kind of maybe something you already knew, but it just hits home this time. And I had that moment in my chiro's office today, and I wanted to share it with you. And essentially, the gist of it is this. You have an amazing body, and when it's not feeling well, it's actually telling you, I need help. And it's even giving you signs on how you can help it. And that's amazing. And all we need to do is really just listen and follow. And we can take part in our own healing. So I hope that you'll just start to tune into your own body, not see that every time you have inflammation or something going on as necessarily a bad sign, but a warning for you to pay attention and then zero in on that and listen. You'll see what I mean when you listen to this interview. So thanks for watching, and subscribe, hit that like button, and share, and I'll see you on the healthy and happy side of life. So hi, this is Kirsten from I Know What's Up, and I'm just talking to a friend who recently had a fall, and I wanted to kind of explain what her body's doing for her and share that with you because I think it's really amazing. So this is Dina.
Hi, I'm on camera.
Okay, Dina. So you recently had a fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to tell us a little bit like what happened?
Yes. Briefly, I sat down on a hammock very carefully. It was a little high for me, but I could still reach it. And sat down, went to go turn, and as I turned, that's all I can really tell you because it flipped me over and I landed flat on my back. My legs kind of up on the hammock. I do not think I hit my head. I don't remember. Okay. If I did, I didn't think that I did. So,
how long before you started getting some symptoms to this, and what were they?
Well, initially, I just scraped myself up and thought, oh God, I need to go to the chiropractor tomorrow. Within a couple of hours, I noticed my back and pelvis were bothering me, and I was driving kind of a long distance, 2 or 3 hours, and so that's pretty much it at first. Went and got adjusted at the chiropractor. I actually called in sick, got 4 adjustments in one day. Thought I was going to be fine, and then about 2 or 3 days later, I thought I was really groggy, almost like I'd taken an antihistamine or something. I thought, God, why is not my coffee and my ADHD medicine working? Because it always kind of wakes up my brain. And sometime that day, so it was probably like the 3rd day, I started feeling like, God, my brain feels like it's made out of marshmallow and I have to pull it apart to get to my thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't tell you really how many days, but within the next 2 or 3 days, I kind of connected it to the fall. I thought, God, I wonder if like somehow I hit my head and I don't remember, or just the impact somehow affected my brain. And that lasted until, I would say 4 or 5 days, until I saw my chiropractor again, and I asked him, like, even if I didn't have my head, could a fall give me a concussion or brain symptoms? He's like, oh yeah, it could have still smacked around inside of your skull. Mm-hmm. And bruised, or had some kind of injury. And maybe I knew that before, but I just didn't really realize it. Maybe even because I hit my head, I just thought, oh.
Could you show me your eye? Could you show? So that to me, and I'm not an expert in any way, that indicates where the brain injury could be,
and this didn't show up until probably the 3rd week out. I just woke up with it one day that was probably, I'm trying to think what day, it's probably 5 days ago. Mm-hmm. And so I knew it was a subconjunctival hemorrhage because my late partner had that before and it was not serious. So I thought, oh, well, let me just look it up on the internet to make sure that there's only, like, it's always nothing to be worried about.
Yeah.
Generally, that's what I came up with. I would say, just off the top of my head, 99% of the time, it's just either trauma to, like, external trauma, like, you know, something poked you in the eye, or sometimes heavy lifting, or if you strained really hard, like in childbirth, or
right.
if somebody's
So
constipated.
what's interesting about this, though, is your body is showing new symptoms, but then you went on to something else. You said, tell me about what symptoms you're having that has just taken you by surprise.
Well, I want to go back to the eye just for 1 second, though. I did come up with, it said if you've had any kind of head trauma, though, it could signify a brain, that your brain is bleeding, and get to the ER right away, which I didn't do that, for just multiple reasons. One thing that I did not connect to any kind of trauma or anything is I noticed I was super, super hungry, especially for protein, meat, which I don't eat a lot of, maybe once a week, if twice at the very most. I was wanting full on, you know, grass-fed beef with mushrooms, onions, kale, all the whole 9 yards. Like,
and you don't usually eat a lot of...
No, sometimes on, like, Friday night or something. That's about it. No, and it was enough for 2 or 3 meals, you know, like bowls or plates full.
Mm-hmm. So your body is actually craving something.
Exactly.
And then you found something to back up that your body actually needs this.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes. So Dr. John DeWitt has a book on concussions and traumatic brain injury and what happens physiologically and some things that can help heal quickly any type of brain injury. And there's even biochemical things that go on. And one of the recommendations was within the first few weeks, I don't remember the exact number, 3 or 4 maybe, increase your caloric intake by 40%. Absolutely, because what happens in your neurons and what they have to do to repair themselves and the whole biochemical processes take an extreme amount of ATP or energy from your mitochondria. Mm-hmm. And then after that increase for X amount of weeks, then you can reduce it, but it still should be increased from what you normally require for another short period of time. I don't recall off the top of my head.
Do you know the saying Dr. Bergman has, that the body is intelligent and self-regulating?
Yep.
Correct?
Yep. It's like the body is made in the image and likeness of God, is self-healing and self-regulating.
Amen. So it's interesting that your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And you can back that up with another doctor's research.
Yes, and I was very sleepy, but it really did not connect at all. And the eye thing didn't even show up. So I just thought, oh, okay, I guess maybe I did get a little concussion. I'll still be fine. I looked back on that week where I was like really, really fuzzy and realized I'd made some errors. Mm-hmm. Uncommon type of errors. I mean, I make errors every single day, but things I wouldn't ever normally do, and was really fuzzy in the memory about it still. Like at my job, I have these clients, or prospective clients that I have to set up appointments for, and I'm always chasing down the people that they have to meet. You know, are you on the phone? Are you on the phone? Are you on the phone? What happened? What happened? Because I need notes, so I need to follow up.
So this would affect your...
This one, I'm just like, oh, who was this on my calendar 2 weeks ago? I kind of remember it and looked up.
Yeah, so something was
definitely... It
definitely...
didn't even happen, and I didn't chase the people down, nothing.
Yeah.
So no, there's some definite... but in general, I feel like it's gradually
It's getting better. Yeah. But I like that you listen to your body, and I really love that your body said, hey, I need this. You know, because in my mind, I think a lot of people would be like, why am I eating so much? I'm going to get fat. And they would go into this whole subconscious thing.
But I'm already fat, so I
You're beautiful. So it's like, you know, I love that you listen to your body. I love this story. I think this can help other people. And I thank you so much for sharing your story. I appreciate it so much.
No problem. I hope it does. And side note, if you want to come to Bergman Family Chiropractic, I'll put in a little plug for them. Got Dr. Bergman, Dr. Mendez, Dr. DeWitt, the one that did the traumatic brain injury book. I think it's called Concussions and CTE. Where do we go from here? Something like that. And let's see who else is here. Dr. Aiden Dr. Mendez, did I say him already? We have several good chiropractors here, so people come from all over the world, so you can too.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Dina. You're
Make
awesome.
it into a commercial.
What did you think? Did you catch that? See, the reason I think this is important is Dina's body was craving certain foods and she was eating a lot. But some of us would have just been like, what's wrong with me? And we would have tried to stop eating so much and worry about our weight and everything. But her body needed those extra calories and it needed certain types of food to get healed. And it told her. It's kind of like the cravings that pregnant women get. And so I want you to start listening to your body. Now, it's tricky because sometimes we have cravings that aren't good. Sometimes we have addictions that aren't good. So you have to sift that out and use some common sense here. But again, listen to your body. If it says too much too fast, slow it down. If it says, I'm hungry for this, eat it. Healthy this. So this is what I wanted to get across today. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that kind of really impacts you. It's so minor. It's such a little thing, but so important. Thank you for watching.